Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So we have some very good news regarding Dish Network. So it looks like the NDAA, which is short for the National Defense Authorization Act, for fiscal year 2024 is including provisions for military installations of private networks based on Open RAN access, which is radio access network. A positive development for Open RAN and specifically Dish. All right, so they're saying the new NDAA language requires the Department of Defense, aka DOD, to develop a strategy for deploying private wireless networks based on Open RAN architecture to military installations. Now, this will authorize $179,278,000 for research, development, test, and evaluation for next generation information communications 5G. There was a statement made by Jeff Blum. He is the EVP External and Legislative Affairs person at Dish Network. Jeff says, "This is a positive development for our national security and the future of wireless technology." He says, "We look forward to working with the Department of Defense to help implement these provisions and bring the security interoperability of O-RAN networks to our military service members across the globe." So both the House and Senate have passed the $886.3 billion defense policy bill, which is expected to be signed by, of course, President Biden. Dish's sister company, Hughes Network Systems, made headlines when it was awarded $18 million contract from the DOD to deploy a standalone 5G network at the Naval Air Station and Whidbey Island in Washington State. So lots of good stuff here. Also, very important that I got to throw this in here. You know, earlier this year, 2023, Dish chairman Charlie Ergen attended a ribbon cutting ceremony on Whidbey to commemorate the 5G private wireless Open RAN network. They're saying with Hughes Network, which is an EchoStar company, the network incorporates Dish's Spectrum holdings with Hughes satellite internet connection and network security management capabilities, providing a 5G private network and edge cloud. So this is very good news here, guys. This is why I'm sharing this with you. This will certainly give, you know, all the people that doubt Dish Network, that have like really no faith in them. I get your point. I understand there's some concerns with Dish, lots of concerns financially. A lot of messes were made. Many of you feel like they haven't lived up to their promise. They basically bit more than they can chew when they decided to get into wireless. Without a doubt, I am not going to argue that. Preparations were not properly done. But since then, Dish has delivered on some basis. They've started to deploy a much better network over the last couple of months. They have met FCC requirements for 2023. So as bad as they seem, they're not as bad as they appear. Okay, they do have a little life left in them. This will certainly give them some street credibility, I want to say, against the people that have zero doubt in Dish. You know, can a full turnaround be made? It's really hard to say. It can go both ways. It can go left where no, they just won't be able to meet the requirements. They'll run out of money before that time arrives. Or, you know, some of these plans that they're working out, the merger with EchoStar, could buy them enough money to go ahead and proceed. So we really do have to wait and see. But what this entails is basically gives us an idea that Dish, like I've always been saying for a while now, is not backing down. And this is a big deal for them to be able to get this deal and work with the DOD like this and provide Open RAN service. This is very big for Dish. This certainly gives them a spark of hope, along with some of the things that they've been doing lately. And I don't know, maybe once they get their hands on that 800 megahertz, if they can certainly come up with the money. You know, that's the biggest doubt with Dish, is where do the funds come from? This is why everyone is saying Dish may not be around, because they think financially they're not going to be able to be, you know, supportive of their network. They're not going to have the money. We'll see. With the build outs arriving in more cities and state, just hit mine like a week ago. So I mean, we'll see. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can do is sit back and watch. And then I guess we'll find out, if Dish does fall and they don't make it, what happens with the network? Where does it go? Does it get split up? We can talk about all that when the time arrives. But for now, credibility to Dish, a round of applause. This is an accomplishment for them. As always, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.